guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Pop-Tart Lee, and this is another YouTuber tag video that I've been tagged in. This one has come from Shells Unboxing. Seems to be the latest thing now for YouTubers to actually come up with their own tag questions. It's quite an interesting one. I got tagged in it by Liam Nally. I shall put links to Shell's original video and Liam's video in the description. But I thought, yeah, you know what, it's a bit of fun. I'll give it a go and let's see what happens. And then the rule of thumb is at the end with all these things is you tag 3 YouTubers and hopefully they take it on and we see how far it goes. So starting with the first question, there's 14 in total. I've got them in front of me, so I will be looking down quite a lot, although sometimes it looks like I'm looking over there anyway. So it really makes no odds. So we'll go through them, see what's what. So the first question was, what is your lowest pop valued at on the Pop Price Guide? So I started collecting about 4 years ago, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't really come across the Pop Price Guide until probably after collecting for about 2 years. So I dipped into it a little bit, put some on, and I couldn't be bothered. That's my honest answer. You type in a character, in my case I do Marvel and Star Wars, there'd be maybe 5 or 6 variants of each one, and I just couldn't be bothered with it. So I've used it sparingly. I did go on before I did the video just to see out of the ones I put on, just to see what the lowest value was, and there's quite a few of them that are at $4. So that's obviously quite a low value. The one that I'll say for the video is Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp, just the common Wasp. That was there at $4. So I would say $4, whatever the English equivalent of that is, £3 something. I'm quite a budget pop buyer anyway. I'm quite proud of the fact that some of my pops are lower value, and I'm quite happy to pick up a pop, not necessarily because of the sticker or the box, but because it's a pop that I want. So value is in the eye of the beholder. I love my pops. If I didn't, I wouldn't have them. So $4, but there you go. Next one is a bit of a daft one. Who would win in a fight between Batman and Iron Man? It depends which Batman would be the first thing I'd say. If it's the Adam West one against the latest iteration of Iron Man, then obviously Iron Man would. By the same account, if Iron Man was losing against one of the more recent Batmans, you could just say, Martha, why do you know that? The worst thing in any film I've seen in years. So I'm going to go for Iron Man. He's got the gadgets, he can call upon the other suits if he needed to, like he did in Iron Man 3, depending on what timeline you're doing it in. But yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy, but yeah, I'm Marvel, so Iron Man on that one. If you could have, this question 3, so if you could have any pop signed, who and why? So as an out boxer, it's not something I've ever really considered doing. The closest I came to having a pop signed was, I met Whitey Davis at the Return of the Garrison that they do at the National Space Centre in Leicester, and he was signing pops, and it was relative, I think it was like £25 including the pop, but in the end, you can see just over my shoulder there, we got a cut out Wicked sign instead, so I went with that. So I think the question would probably fall more into the category of if I could get anyone to sign something, what would it be? And then for me, it would always be Mark Hamill. I talk regularly with one of my friends at work about, I go to quite a few Comic Cons, I've got a couple coming up in the next few months, about who would be the dream, and we both always say Mark Hamill. So that would be the signature I'd get. It probably wouldn't be on a pop, but that's my kind of the one I'd want. So hopefully that covers that one. Question 4, 5-star figures, dope or nope? I mean, straight away, I feel like a Wally saying dope. I mean, I'm in my 40s, I'm not down with the kids. As I say, maybe I should have got Mara in to do this one. I don't like 5-star figures. I'll be honest with you, it sounds stupid saying when I've got all these technically toys over my shoulder, but they look like dolls, like little baby kind of Disney princess kind of dolls. So not for me. I know there's horror ones, but yeah, for me they're nope. I nearly said dope. That's how undown with the kids I am. Okay, number 5 is, what's your favourite horror pop and why? So I don't collect horror pops. I love horror, don't get me wrong, but because I've got young kids, I can't really have that kind of thing out on display. It's not really something I do. I have got a Shape of Water one. I don't really think that kind of falls into horror pops, but linking it in, I really do like the 2 Pan's Labyrinth pops. Is it Pale Man and I think it's the Fawn? I really like those 2. So I would say Pale Man out of all of them, that's the one who's got the his eyes and his hands. I think that's a really cool pop from a really cool film. So if you haven't seen Pan's Labyrinth, definitely check it out. I know it's subtitles, but some of the best horror does come from different countries for me. Number 6, if you could give away one pop in your collection, which and why? I don't know. That one. I don't know. I mean, I've got. In no way I mean to offend anyone else. Somebody did give me a pop from Smallville, which is a program I've never watched, and doesn't really fit my collection. So I would say that one, but by the same account, because someone gave it to me, I don't think I would give that one away. So I could probably cheat a little bit here and say I've got a Luke Skywalker where the head came off. I don't know why the glue came undone, so it's a broken one. So I'm gonna give it away. Probably to someone I don't know. I'll give away that dodgy broken Luke Skywalker. Okay. Number 7. What do you think will be trending in 3 years? I don't know, because Marvel's still going to be around in 3 years. There's an obvious answer for you. I think there's going to be more and more Star Wars. I don't know where the trends will go. These ad icons seem to be really popular at the moment. 10 inches, there seems to be more and more of those. So I don't know. You don't know what's 3 years' time. What could actually be available? What's going to be the new thing? I mean, a few years ago, Stranger Things was nowhere, and then that's come out of the blue. I was going to say, yeah, it's the right way. Come out of the blue. That's really popular. So it could be something new on Netflix. There's going to be so many streaming services, so it could be a new TV show. For me, I think Marvel will still be around for a long time. A long time. So the obvious answer, Marvel. But you never know. They've released the first lot of Terminator pops with the new film, so maybe they sorted out the licensing there. So maybe the Terminator pops. Maybe I don't know. What I know about trend could be written on a very small stamp, to be quite honest with you. Number 8. Do you have any regrets from pop collecting? I've moved some on, which I regret. There's 2 that spring to mind straight away that I did move on. I did own the Marty McFly on the hoverboard, but because I'd made the decision I was going to stick to Marvel and Star Wars, I moved it on, and obviously recently I've decided to get back into the movies, so that would have been a pop I'd have liked. And then from Star Wars as well, I did have a General Grievous, and again I like the pop, but because I was trying to be a little bit savvy about what I was and wasn't buying, I wasn't going with the prequel pops for the simple fact that I don't like the prequels. So he was a cool looking pop, which in hindsight I wish I'd kept, because it was more about the pop than it was about what franchise he was from, and that's kind of where I am with pops now. But yeah, those 2 I regret. I mean, there's part of me that thinks maybe I regret pop collecting in general because it's got out of hand, but I do love it, so yeah, that would be it. 9. If you could have a custom pop, what would it be? That's an easy one for me. That would be a battle damaged Terminator from Terminator 2. I just think that would just look so cool. Any Terminator 2 pops, yeah, brilliant. I'd go as far as even buying a John Connor one from that. I just think hopefully they can sort out whatever it is that means they haven't done these pops, because yeah, they would just look awesome. And then if not, I've said it in previous videos that the wave I'd love them to do is The Running Man, one of my all-time favourite films. So possibly one of Ben Richards in the cage going down, that'd be cool as well. 10. If you were allowed into Funko HQ, what pop would you choose? It would be free, but you could only have one. I'll go with current, and I would go with the Up House with Kevin from New York Comic Con. I've only seen that available for £50 plus, and I would love that pop. I've got the San Diego Comic Con Carl Nelly 2-pack. I have got Ed Carl, Doug and Russell, and it's one where the whole family loves Up, including my wife, so that would just be a really cool pop to have. So yeah, it would be that one, because I can't justify spending that kind of money on a pop. I won't go for one just because of value. That would be one that I would want. Would you be interested in a Funko based arcade? I don't really know I enjoy gaming. I play Switch, I play PlayStation. So if the games are there, I'd play games, but I probably would say no, to be honest with you. I've been on holidays where you can see the Funkos now and the grabbers, and those grabbing machines are the biggest waste of money you've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win anything from them, and chances are they have. The pop's been that battered and crushed by the grabber. So yeah, I would say no on that one. I don't think there's enough there. I know they're on about doing a movie, which, I don't know, the Lego movie was really good, but the second one, not so much, so who knows. So yeah, I'll go with no on that one. Number 12 is another dope or note one, and it's Hikari. I don't mind them, I wouldn't collect them. I have seen one where I thought, that's really cool, and it is a Red Predator one, which I saw on someone's channel, possibly Danny and Jazz actually, which I thought was really good, but no, they're kind of odd looking. They look a little bit like old totem pole tree carvings, that kind of thing. So yeah, no, I'm not going to get into collecting anything else. Number 13, what's your favourite 10-inch pop? I own one 10-inch pop, which is a Thanos from Infinity War, and I'm not that fussed by it, to be honest with you. The one that has caught my eye, and Liam touched on it in his video, is the Boba Fett's. I think they're really cool, although I would prefer if it was just a Boba Fett in the Boba Fett colours. I think that would look really cool. But yeah, I'd say that's my favourite, but they're not. There seem to be too many of them now coming out, and now they've gone with that huge, massive Batman one. It's, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll say Boba Fett, but I'm not overly fussed by him if that's kind of okay as answer. And the final one, number 14, what cosplay would you attend a Comic-Con in? I mean, I do go to a lot of Comic-Cons, and I love the cosplay, and not based on the fact that it's something I'd want to go in, because I don't ever think I'd do it, because I mean, I'll tell you a short story if you're still watching at this point. I did go to one, and I do take photos. If you look at my Birmingham Comic Con video from earlier in the year, one of the first videos I did, and I do like taking photos of the cosplayers and doing that for videos and stuff. But I'd want to stay in character permanently, and I did have one where I took a photo. I'm not going to say who it was, but they were masked and they're a character and it looked really cool. And then I said to them, well, I might like to have a photo, and some of them will just nod or acknowledge. And in a broad Birmingham accent, he started having like a full-on conversation with me, and I was like, okay, this kind of, it ruins it a little bit. It kind of, the mystique of, I think if you're going to do it, you should go all in, and I don't think that's something I could do. But the best cosplay I've seen, and I thought was excellent, was a Predator cosplay. So that's the best one I've seen. So if you're going to do it right. That's the one I'd do. But I don't think it's ever anything I'd do, for the simple fact I'm quite clumsy anyway, so I'd probably end up walking into things. And when I go to Comic-Cons, I want to go and just enjoy it, not kind of have to do a role or a job in it, if that makes sense. So there you go, 14 questions done. Cool, I've just seen the time on this. This is quite a long video, so let's try and cut it short. Let's get these tags in. 3 tags. First one, I will go with Marble Pop Addict, James. I know he's always good for doing these kind of things, so James, if you want to do this one, I'll throw it out to UK Pop Chasers, Stephen and Maisie. I haven't seen a video from them for a little while, so hopefully you guys are okay if you guys want to do this one as well. And then I'm going to throw it out to another channel, Jess and Peyton, if you guys want to do this as well. I will say with Jess and Peyton, definitely head over there, subscribe. They're having issues with videos coming up on notifications for people, but they're still putting out some brilliant videos, even if some of them are Harry Potter. And hit up and look on your subscriptions and check and keep checking onto their videos, because they're still around, still doing some good stuff. So they're my 3, UK Pop Chasers, Marble Pop Addict, and Jess and Peyton. So thank you, Liam, for tagging me in this one, mate. Hopefully this has been kind of what people are after. Well, you guys are all young who seem to be doing it, and this is like a middle-aged man having a little bit of a blooming hell moaning, but there you go. That's me all over. Till the next one, guys. Thank you for watching. The usual gubbins of like, comment, share, subscribe, and to all my subscribers who do watch my videos, means the world. Thank you so much, and hopefully you're still enjoying what I'm putting out. Till the next one, guys. Thanks so much. Take care. Bye for now. Bye.